April 14th, 2026, Somalia's federal parliament term expires. Under the 2012 provisional constitution, the 11th federal parliament, which began its term in April 2022, was scheduled to conclude its mandate today. According to the opposition, today's expiry is not happening in a legal vacuum. Just last month, on March 4th, 2026, Somalia's bicameral parliament approved a brand new constitution, replacing the 2012 provisional charter after more than 13 years of review. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud signed it into law on March 9th. The new constitution fundamentally changes the rules. The most important one is presidential and parliamentary term length. Under the old 2012 charter, the president and parliament served 4-year terms. The new constitution extends both mandates to 5 years. That means, on paper, federal institutions now have a 5-year framework, but the political reality is far more complicated. Opposition leaders point out a critical problem: that the new constitution was approved on March 4th, 2026, just weeks before the old parliament's term was set to expire. Speaker of the House of the People, Aden Mohamed Nur Madoobe, announced that the new 5-year framework effectively adds 1 year to the current term, but critics say this is a unilateral move. Member of Parliament Abdurrahman Abdishakur Warsame stated publicly that opponents had long suspected the real purpose of the constitutional changes was to extend the term by 1 year. Another Somali Member of Parliament, Dr. Abdullahi Hashi Habib, has already filed a case at the East African Court of Justice in Arusha, Tanzania. He argues that the amendment process was fundamentally flawed, altering 45 articles without broad consultation. In his application, he warns that if the court does not intervene urgently, the government will rely on the contested amendments to extend political authority, potentially undermining constitutional order and democratic governance. The political standout is now playing out against two different legal frameworks. The government operates under the new constitution. The opposition, including the Somali Future Council and leaders from Puntland and Jubbaland, largely boycotted the parliamentary vote and rejects the changes. Analysts say Somalia is effectively operating under two competing constitutional interpretations. On top of the political crisis, a worsening drought is accelerating. Aid agencies warn of a full-blown famine if leadership falters. The economic crisis, according to the former President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, is not just externally driven. In a statement posted on X on April 14th, Farmajo described it as the result of systemic abuse of power and poor governance over the last 4 years. He called on President Mohamud to present a credible election plan immediately, warning that failure to do so will destabilize the country with long-lasting political, security, and humanitarian consequences. As of this evening, no official election roadmap has been released. With parliament expired and a legal challenge pending at the East African Court of Justice, Somalia enters uncharted territory. The coming weeks will determine whether the new constitution holds or the country slides into another prolonged crisis. Mohammed Saido, Dalsan English.